Welcome back for another yummy update, friends. We are witnessing glory, aren't we? Ethereum rising above 3,500 American dollars. It is absolutely cranking. Here we are. We are on the cusp of greatness. It only took 4.5 years, all our dignity, 3 of my testicles, all of my elbows, my entire soul, my interdimensional being consciousness, stretching out through multiple dimensions, everything. It even took my willy. It took our will to survive, didn't it? But it didn't take one thing. And what's that? The belief that one day we'll peg our nipples in harmony and celebrate a first cycle unicorn. This is the BTC chart, friends. Notice how Bitcoin is still hovering at around 120,000 American dollars, but Ethereum is starting to crank. So I have checked, friends, Twitter timeline. I got some doom scrolling updates for you coming later on. Everyone's silent about Ethereum, okay? Which is funny because Eric Wald's boyfriend, Udi, when he took about 30 minutes of the day to stop sticking his tongue down Eric's throat, remember, we were focusing on his large essay saying that the whole crypto industry is long Ethereum. They are overexposed to Ethereum. They said everyone needs Ethereum to go up. They're all trapped. ETH BTC is never going to go up from here. Do you remember that? All of that, friends? Well, they were wrong. They were wrong, and they're actively being wrong in real time. And you're going to see that altcoins are just infrastructure of Bitcoin, and altcoins are further down the risk curve, and altcoins correlate to the business cycle. Okay, we're actually watching that happen in real time. So once again, I got to remind you that we're not actually wrong. We're just Retardio. Welcome to PulseChain. We love you. So the PulseChain prices, I know, friends, there seems to be some big whale wallet suppression out here. The prices aren't moving. I know they look rubbish, but there are a lot of, just to let you know what's happening on chain, there are a lot of whales. Okay, not all lots, but like there are coordinated whales. They've just woken up out of nowhere and they all just start dumping. I think it's price suppression. I think it's coordinated. And like I even told you this like a month or two ago, right before you're about to do something enormous, you squeeze the last person out. Richard even made videos, and there's video clips of him which speak directly of that. I'm going to show you the PulseChain PLS price chart. It's still stuck in the wedge. I know everyone's looking at it. I know I wish it was much higher and everything was much better, but there's nothing else really we can do. We gotta wait, and hopefully this thing just starts doing the God candles soon. I really think we're going to get the God candles soon. We're just going to wake up and things just to start, start smacking up. We've got quite a while to go though. I want to show you as well, the PulseX buy and burn is actually still cranking up pretty nicely. It's up to 7.43% total supply buy and burn. That is going to ratchet up an enormous amount. You can imagine, right? Imagine Richard's big wallet's moving stuff around because people are going to be trading stuff and things as well. So that's going to crank it up. Now I've got a nice funny meme joke picture here. Just rug the dude for 80,000 Bitcoin. Ask me anything. This is Mike Novogratz. Now, we don't have any confirmation or anything. There's a rumor. There's always a rumor whenever any Bitcoin amount moves, people say it's Richard. They think everything is Richard, but that's when you're in a cult, everyone says that, right? You know, friends, in Cardano, for example, Charles Hoskinson, if you notice, Charles Hoskinson, got to call him by his real name. Whenever he comes out, he speaks like diplomatically about, you know, we're going to go to Bitcoin, we're going to go to Granada, we're going to go to Mars, we're going to go to these places, we're going to like, you know, show them the way, the truth, the light. The Cardano community love it. They really do love it. If you're on the outside, you're thinking that they're smoking crack. Like you think these guys are like, you know, they lost it a bit. You're like, oh, let me guess, you're going to go hang out with the Anunnaki and the reptilians, and Charles Hoskinson's going to diplomatically get them to stop having their 40,000 year battle with each other, and basically going to get them to buy Cardano. You know, and they believe that, man. That's okay. The Cardano cult community, they believe that. That keeps them there. Well, in the PulseChain community, every single time a Bitcoin moves, they say it's Richard. All right, that's why I made a joke here. This is Mike Novogratz. The 80,000 BTC, it's moved into a Galaxy digital wallet. So they're a big like fund, hedge fund and stuff out here. So they might be like swapping things around. But you never know, man. So we'll see. I want to show you some Chainlink price update here. This is Chainlink, friends. Chainlink's around 17 bucks. It's actually cranking on through. I think it's a bit high now. I'll quickly just check it out. This garbage. Okay, well, now it's $18. But no one cares, friends, because look, man, Chainlink, friends, you can actually see the price here. You see this here? Chainlink hit $20 in August 2020. So it's literally been 5 years. Yeah, it's literally been 5 years. It's still down. 5 years. Chainlink. SEC approved. Roca Negra approved. Adoption everywhere. Critical to DeFi. It has like, 80 or 90% of all DeFi protocols that use Chainlink, Price Oracle stuff out here. Doesn't matter. It had all the good news in the world. Didn't matter. Swift chose it. Didn't matter. Didn't matter. You see? So just it's a lesson for markets, friend. Like the stories that you see and the narratives out there, they really are fugazi. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter because if you're buying and holding long term, it doesn't impact you, right? But when you're watching it every day, it does, because you're getting this dopamine, like speculation spike in your head. You're like, oh, wow, there's good news. This thing must start to turn up. No, it doesn't happen ever. It never happens, okay? Even you saw with XRP when they beat the SEC, right? There's the full-on retrace. What does it matter the most? The business cycle, okay? Business cycle still poop. The data comes out monthly. I think we're going to start to tick up. And then we're going to load the next distraction from the Trump and the Epstein files. We'll see. More speculation and juice as to what's going on. I made this picture here, peg only, which is, remember, friends, when crypto Cobie's up only, we have peg only. Here is me. You have the Renaissance, your friend Somi man over here, I believe in something. So 80,000 Bitcoin, okay, just doing a theoretical. Let's say that 80,000 is Richard. Let's say it is. Well, people say, hey, then what? What happens? Well, it could swap into 2 million Ethereum. And so just a friendly reminder as well, friends, when it comes to these, when I show you something like this, none of this is guaranteed. All of this is speculation. 100% it is speculations. We don't have any of the complete answers. I also just want to remind you, there are people who drink a lot of soy. So much soy, blood type S for soy, hunchbacks, flaily arms, pencil neck, noodle arms, everything, okay? So on one hand, they'll say all of this is silly speculation, it's unfounded, it's stupid, and it's cope. They'll say that. But then in the next sentence, they will say an outrageous claim about the coin they're in. They'll say, oh, my coin's going to do a 20x. And it's mostly just because they own it, but they'll never admit that, you know? I mean, if it's even within PulseChain community, people have absolutely, like, no problem saying, oh, yeah, this coin that I'm in, one of the Richard Hart core coins that you're in, that's going to do 150x. Everything else is, like, completely ridiculous. If you step outside of the crypto community as well, PulseChain and anything else out here, it's the same thing, right? It happens all over, friends. With XRP Army, similar as well. XRP Army believes that the US Fed's going to buy XRP. Okay, they're literally going to print money and give them all the wealth in the world. Let them speculate. It's part of the army. It's part of the community. Instead of like sitting there and judging, like you're the loser because the coins are going up without you and you're going to sit there basically mid-curving. That's what it comes down to. Now, friends, I've had to basically show you an interruption here, which is the Ethereum Hall of Shame. Because what's actually just happened is Ethereum has cranked up and it's hit $3,600 right here. It went up, actually hit 3,600. So it's kind of funny, man. All this pain, down only, down only, down only, up only. Goodbye. Friends, remember I told you? Friends, I was right here. You were right here. How many? Look, I know what you want. I know what you want. I'll play some Pumpy G music. How many times did I tell you the whole world was short Ethereum? How many times? I told you so many times. They're all short Ethereum. All of them have a stop at $3,000. There you go. We have come through 3,000 and we just go bang straight away. Look at that. We are now up. It's funny. We're up 20% in a straight line through 3,000. I told you. Don't believe Udi. Friends, don't trust dudes who stick their tongues down the throats of other dudes while shilling like Bitcoin or whatever in crypto. Just do not trust those types of people in crypto, friends. They are literally over-representing what has happened in their most recent experience. It's no different to anything else. Okay? They were wrong. Look, they're going to be very wrong about everything else. Look at this. Ethereum is flashing up to 3,600 now. I told you, man, everyone's short. They said there's so many mid-curve stuff. They said, oh no, Michael Saylor's treasury is special. No, Ethereum's got a lot of soy. They'll say all these, right? It doesn't matter, man. The price was low. Now, without further ado, I'm going to show you the Ethereum Hall of Shame. Wow. We have up here, we have Crypto Banter. This is the end of Ethereum. You check that out. By the way, it's kind of funny, friends. If I show you, you want to know, look at the SOL-ETH ratio. It's now below 0.05. So, see, friends, it's once again, man, they're doing it all the way up here. Now, luckily for us, its ratio is not too bad. It's not the worst in the world, but it's not like they're getting out here. Okay, that's the thing. You might say, oh, it's not that bad, but they're not getting out here, man. They're not. They're not going to get out here. By the way, friends, Raoul Pal, I think, is long from here. So you're only up about 90% on your ETH. Think about that, man. You took all that risk, and you're the biggest winner. You're one of the biggest winners, man. What about all the people who bought here? You literally, yes. So we'll see, man. Now back to this Hall of Shame. You have Miles Deutscher here saying, "Dear Ethereum holders, please review the following concept: the sunk cost fallacy." Oh my gosh, man! I made a whole video about that when that came out. I was like, man, see, friends, this is it. Look, this is why markets are tough. Everyone knows you got to hold. They know. They go, oh, I just got to do nothing. Everyone knows that. But doing it, completely different story now. Completely different set of skills, actually executing it. A lot of these TikTok brain rot generation kids, so friends, you notice there's a high rate of soy and Bybit leverage trading and shilling of that stuff. Have you noticed that? Because they're all just dopamine junkies. They're just trying to grift the crowd. They're trying to yield farm their own audience and crowd. Here's a new product. Let's use AI to make bots. No, here's another copy trading bot. Oh, here's a new system. It's all rubbish, friends. It's all bullshit, okay? It's all junk. You notice there's a high rate of that? You notice? And then they can't sit still. They can't sit still. But what they're good at is farming an audience. Because they can't sit still, so what they'll do is they find a way to basically do magic tricks on an audience. You know, I know it's hustling and grinding and whatever, but you know, I'm trying to help you. Okay, I'm not going to call them. Oh, they're all nice. Let's listen to everybody. No, let's not listen to everybody. Draw a line somewhere. Okay, yeah, let's not listen to the blue-haired lady who's telling you to chop off your son's genitals. Let's not listen to the fat blueberry chick who literally looks like a big fat giant grape who's telling you to give hormone blockers to your 13-year-old daughter because you think she's a dude now. Let's not listen to them, friend. I'm telling you, let's draw the line somewhere and go, hey, there's the line. Don't cross over the line. You can sniff it. You can lick it. You can touch it. Just don't go over the line. Freddie Kreuger, Bitcoin Maxi. I honestly don't think Ethereum will survive. The MySpace to Facebook analogy holds here. Freddie Kreuger, okay, he blocked me. Why? Because I called him out. Freddie, you're a little bitch. If I see you, I'll slap you as well. Why did you rug everyone? You know what he did? He said, I'm really impressed with the Soylana technology. He's a Bitcoin Maxi, by the way. Guess what he did? He launched the Pump Fund token. He shielded on his Twitter. He dumped it for a couple of $100,000. And then he dumped it to zero. He deleted the message, acted like nothing happened. Oh, man. You guys are absolute scum. So I sometimes I just look up to the sky, the stars. I go, why'd God give this person oxygen? Why were you allowed to be born? You know, why you? Like, you literally come out here. You're a literal reptilian lizard sociopath to do that. They know what they're doing. And they hide behind a Bitcoin logo. Is that the side you want to be on, by the way? If you're long Bitcoin, Maxis, that's the side you're on, okay? You're on the same side as Eric and Udi passion each other on stage. You're in the same side as Freddie Kreuger, literally calling altcoiners scams, but then going to Soylana, saying it's amazing, and then rugging everyone with a coin, and then walking away like nothing happened. Oh, man. I don't want to be on that side. I don't want to be on that side. One day I'll be on that side. Not now. Okay? Man, it would be such a fitting tale if Bitcoin dominance goes so down where they all capitulate. Oh. But I won't hold my breath for that. Even friends, Crypto Cobie, Loopify. Cobie, the people want to know, do you own more Bitcoin than Ethereum? I have more Bitcoin like 10 to 1. What the truck? It's never been more over. The last time he posted, he had said he had more ETH than BTC. And that was at the lows, bro. Uniswap, bearish for ETH. Unichain launch damages ETH value. Here's a Bloomberg article talking about Vitalik. Here is Ben Copen. Ethereum, you're all gonna go home. $500 Ethereum. 500. There are plenty more receipts. I just couldn't be bothered at that point. Because I know they're just gonna flip. Oh man, it's awesome. It's awesome. So all of yous, you're all bottom selling Jeets and your blood runs with the essence of soy. It's an alien super cycle. Get used to it. It's a conspiracy super cycle, red pill super cycle, alien super cycle. It's all happening. I'm telling you now, friends, they know what the right thing to do is. Don't cheat. They know what the thing to do is. Do they do it? No. So if they know how to do it, if they don't put what they say into practice, why should I listen to the rest of what they say? Why should you? Ask yourself that, right? And by the way, I don't care if none of you listen to me. I don't give a shit. I know I'm on the right side. I'm convicted. I believe in something. I peg my own nipples. ETH BTC ratio is almost back to 0.03. Still got a while to go. Bitcoin dominance. Just to let you know, friends, we have to unwind all this junk. Okay, these are non-believer scum. Yeah. Like I say, okay, we have to go down here. And then all these people, the first round of the weekend Bitcoin treasury people, they have to sell Bitcoin and then get in altcoins. They get in BNB and Ethereum and stuff. They got to do that. And then when they do that, What Bitcoin Did podcast, Peter McDormatt. So he's going to have to bring on like Dildo Leclerc and a couple of the other Bitcoin Maxis onto the show. And they're basically going to have like a full-on Cope podcast of just, it's the anxiety part of the Wall Street cheat sheet. Where they say, oh, it's okay that all these Bitcoin treasury companies are dumping. Now we've gotten rid of the weak ones who were just not here for the long run. We have to see that. And then they're going to think it's over. Brother, it's just getting started at that point. Let me show you that actual Wall Street cheat sheet, okay, on the Bitcoin dominance. I'll show it to you. Here you have right here. See this chart? So they're in complacency right now. Yeah, they're literally in complacency. So when your friend Somi comes and tells everybody, hey, altcoins are an extension of Bitcoin and altcoins are just a reflection of the business cycle and the risk on curve part, okay? And business ISM has had the record 32 months below 50. So for you to be bearish on altcoins, you're basically saying the economy is never going to recover ever in the history, ever again, history now or future, even though we have 80 years of data pretty much saying there's a sine wave for the business ISM. Are you sure you want to be bearish on altcoins here? And everyone says, yes. Okay. You have now confirmed for me you are in complacency. Right? We're seeing it now. The next phase is anxiety. They're not there. We're moving into anxiety. What's anxiety? Why am I getting margin called? This dip is taking longer than expected. But that's Bitcoin dominance. Yeah? Why am I getting margin called? They go, whoa. How come I'm losing money on my Bitcoin leverage? It's taken a while for this Bitcoin strength to regain. And then the next part is when we're right in the middle of it. The denial. My investments are with great companies. They will come back. That's okay. Bitcoin's going to have a parabolic blow-off. Nobody ever wants altcoins. Ethereum is going to zero. It's going to be fine. We haven't seen that denial part yet, okay, where they literally just lost their minds. We're not there yet, okay? Panic. Everyone is selling. I need to get out. Okay. You didn't hear this from me. But something in the universe told me that we are going to see an epic moment where Bitcoin capitulates down and Bitcoin dominance goes down. It's a Bitcoin only dump. Yeah. And that's going to be the panic. And I'll be saying, hey, Bitcoin's cheap here, but you know, it takes a while for these things to turn around. It's a process. Look how long altcoins took. And then we head into full-on capitulation, okay? This has to happen with Bitcoin dominance, friends. It's going to be a while. We'll enjoy the show. Like, subscribe. Catch you soon.